Follow your passion. Do what you love, and the money will follow. Find your purpose and success will come. You've probably heard this advice 1,000 times, from self-help gurus, from inspirational speeches, and from Instagram quotes with sunset backgrounds. And it sounds good, it feels inspiring, but here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. For most people, following your passion is the fastest way to stay broke. Not because passion is bad, but because passion and wealth building work completely differently. And confusing the two could cost you decades. Let me be clear about something. I'm not saying passion doesn't matter. I'm not saying you should hate your job or career. I'm not saying money is everything. But if we're talking about building actual wealth, generational wealth, the kind that lasts, the kind that compounds, the kind that gives you real freedom, follow your passion is terrible advice. And the wealthy know this. Here's why. Passion is about you, what you love, what excites you, what makes you feel fulfilled, and that's beautiful. But wealth is about solving problems for other people, creating value they're willing to pay for, meeting needs in the market. Those two things rarely overlap. I mean, they can overlap, but it's the exception, not the norm. Most people's passions don't make money. They love painting. The market doesn't need more painters. They love gaming. Thousands of people are already streaming. They love travel. Everyone wants to be a travel blogger. The passion is real. The market, saturated. And this is where people get stuck. They follow their passion. They work hard. They're talented. They're dedicated. But they never build wealth because they're focused on what they love instead of what people need. And the market doesn't care about your passion. It cares about value, the value that you can provide. Here's what actually happens with wealthy people. They don't start by asking, what am I passionate about? They ask, where's the opportunity? Think about the richest people you know. Jeff Bezos didn't wake up passionate about selling books online. He saw an opportunity in e-commerce before most people understood the internet. Elon Musk wasn't passionate about electric cars as a kid. He saw a market gap and massive potential for disruption. Warren Buffett wasn't passionate about insurance and candy companies. He saw undervalued assets that would compound over decades. They followed opportunity, they built skills, they created value, and somewhere along the way, they developed passion for what they were building. But the passion came second. The opportunity came first. This is the part most people get backwards. They think you find your passion, then build wealth from it. But wealthy people do the opposite. They find opportunity, build wealth from it, and then passion develops through mastery and success. Let's get really practical for a second. You're passionate about photography. That's great. You spend $5,000 on camera gear, you take classes, you build a portfolio, you hustle for clients, and you make $20,000 a year. Meanwhile, your friend learns software sales. They're not passionate about it, they don't love it, but the market needs salespeople. The pay is good, the skills are valuable, and your friend makes $80,000 in year one, $120K in year two. Who's building wealth? Not the person following their passion. It's the person following market opportunity. And here's what happens next. Your friend invests that extra $60,000 a year, compounds it, builds assets, and 10 years later, they have enough passive income to retire. And you know what they do? They pick up photography for fun, with no pressure, because they can afford to. They didn't follow their passion first, they built wealth first, and now they get to do whatever they want. That's actual freedom, not grinding for passion while staying broke. Here's the dangerous part about following your passion. It makes you ignore the market. When you're passionate about something, you see it through rose-colored glasses. You think your art is valuable because you love making it. You think your music deserves attention because it means something to you. You think your coaching business will work because you care deeply. But the market doesn't work like that. It doesn't care about any of that. The market only cares about one thing. Are you solving a problem people will pay for? Passion blinds you to this question. You're so in love with what you're doing that you stop asking if anyone actually wants it, and you end up working incredibly hard on something nobody needs. Wealthy people don't make this mistake. They're ruthlessly honest about market demand. If nobody's buying, they pivot. If the opportunity dries up, they move on. If the market doesn't care, they don't waste time. No attachment, no ego, just results. Passion creates attachment, attachment creates stubbornness, stubbornness keeps you poor. Here's what the wealthy focus on instead of passion. Skills, valuable, market-driven, high-income skills, skills that people pay for, sales, negotiation, marketing, management, investing, understanding money. You don't have to be passionate about any of these, but if you develop them, you will build wealth, guaranteed, because skills are transferable. Skills are in demand, skills get compensated. Passion? Not so much. Think about it like this. You can be passionate about making pottery, but if nobody wants to buy pottery, you're broke. Or you can develop the skill of selling. You might not love it at first, but if you get good at it, you'll never struggle for money. Wealthy people stack skills. They don't chase passion, they build competence. And competence creates options. Options create wealth. Passion just creates more passion. Here's the final point that ties everything together. You don't have to choose between passion and wealth. You just have to get the order right. Build wealth first. Do the thing that pays. Develop valuable skills. Follow market opportunity. Stack cash. Invest. Compound. Then once you have enough money working for you, once you have real freedom, once the pressure is off, follow your passion. Paint, travel, write, create, do whatever lights you up, but do it from a position of strength, not from desperation. Most people try to follow their passion while broke, and they stay broke because their passion doesn't pay. Wealthy people build wealth first, then they do whatever they want. The difference? One path leads to decades of struggle with no financial security. The other leads to freedom. Follow your passion sounds inspiring, but it's terrible advice for building wealth. Passion is about how you feel, wealth is about the value you create, and somewhere along the way, passion shows up. But it comes after success, not before.